Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 5, geography chapter 5. Okay, that is forest, using and protecting of the forest. Hmm. So, when you say about the forest, people are being afraid of forest because some people think that it is a dangerous place. Okay, and because a lot of trees will be there, insects, lion, tiger, all these things will be there. So forests are not so dangerous as we think, because many people they are living in the forest. Okay, people they get the raw material from it, like timber, bamboo, okay, bidi leaves, and they hunt the animals also. There was a time when a man used to live in the forest, in the caves. Okay, different people use the forest in the different ways. Some people live in the simple shelter in the forest and grow few vegetables, etc. Okay, and gather the fruits, nuts, timbers, and they sell it in the market for their livelihood. Okay, some other cultivate and making some cultivation. That cultivation is called as a podu cultivation. Podu cultivation. What is a podu cultivation? They clear some area by cutting the forest trees. They burn it, they clear it, and they start agriculture. Okay, so when the fertility of the soil will decrease, they leave that area. So many people use the forest by cutting down the trees and bamboos and selling the paper or furniture factories. So of course we need to remember that human beings are not the only living things. So I told you that in the forest not only the human beings but also different type of animals, birds, insects, countless thrive and use the forest. Okay, so how we can define the forest? What is a forest? Forest can be defined in the different ways. Okay, so let us see some of the definitions here about the forest. A large tract of stretching several kilometers in length and breadth. So some people think that forest means okay, a large tract of stretching, a large tract stretching kilometers and kilometers, several kilometers in length and breadth. A tree covered and undergrowth with a little interference from a human being. So some people think that it is totally covered with trees and bushes, and there is a little interference of the human being there. Considerable biodiversity, where many kinds of plants and animals live and breed naturally without interference. So this is also one of the characteristics of a forest. That means a biodiversity where many kinds of trees, plants, animals live and they breed naturally. Okay, breed naturally without the interference. In India, at least most forests are inhabited by people who have been living in them by adapting themselves to the condition. So in India, we can see the people, those who are living there. Okay, so those people adapted the living conditions according to that forest. Okay, people living around the forest use them in the variety ways. Okay, so we get a different type of things from forest, like agricultural tools, fuel, grazing animals, worshipping, solitude. People living far away from the forest have been using the forest for many things like medicine. Okay, we get the medicinal plants from there. Okay, different type of soap nuts, kukdikai, soap nuts, and many other things, honey, bamboo, okay, timber, many things we get from a forest. How these different uses of the forest often come into conflict with each other, and how these conditions are handled. Let's know. We will discuss about it later on. So locations and the types of forest. Location and types of forest. Location and types of forest. So several thousand years ago, forest grew almost everywhere where there was soil, sunshine, and rain. That's the forest did not grow only in the Arctic region. So in the last chapter, we came to know that in the polar region, the Arctic region, there are no trees due to the heavy wind and heavy snowfall, and the permafrost is very strong. The roots cannot penetrate into it, and no big trees can grow there. Okay, so except that, forest grew almost everywhere. However, as human beings took to agriculture and leaving the forest, living in the villages and towns, so forests were cut down for the agriculture. So people started to, as I told you before, that man used to live in the forest. Then they started a settled life. Okay, so then they started to move and they gathered a village. They created a village. From there, they came to the forest and cut down the trees and they took it. Forests were confined to only the tracts that were not useful for agriculture. Regions that were hilly, swampy, rocky. So in those areas, forests are existing. The places which are useful for agriculture, men cut down those trees and they started to agriculture. They started the agriculture. On the basis of different type of situations. For example, classify different type of soil and different type of climatic conditions. Forests are divided into different types. So we cannot see all the types of tree everywhere. Okay, so whatever the trees we see in the tropical region, we cannot see in the equatorial region. Okay, so different soil factor is also there. So based on that, let us now discuss about these types of trees. Types of trees, very important question. Types of forest. What are the types of forest are there? Evergreen forest. Evergreen forest. Then second one is deciduous forest. Deciduous forest. Third one is thorny forest. Thorny forest. And fourth one is littoral and swamp forest. Littoral and swampy forest. So let us discuss here about this in a detailed way. Okay, evergreen forest. The name itself tells that these are evergreen. All the time these are green only. The regions which are high rainfall and also have a very warm climate. So what type of climate is high rainfall and warm climate? In a warm climate, evergreen forest are climate. Such equatorial regions and regions like Kerala, Andaman in India have evergreen forest, because in Kerala and Andaman most of the time they have the rainfall and it's a warm area. That's why these are the dense forest which very large variety of trees are plants and creepers are found here. These forests are always green. And the name indicates evergreen. That means they won't shed the tree. They won't shed the leaves. Okay, shed their old leaves, but grew new leaves very soon. Even though they shed it, the leaves sprout out very quickly. That's why almost all the time it looks green color. That's why it is called as this type of forest are called as evergreen. Okay, another tree remaining green. This is because they got the moisture and want to grow constantly. So what type of trees we can find here? Actually in India we can find it in Kerala and Andaman Nicobar. Okay, and what type of trees? Jamun, cans, and bamboos. This type of trees are found in this evergreen forest. So there are also different kinds of evergreen forest in Himalaya. These are pine forests. So we can find this evergreen forest in Himalaya also, which is called as the pine forest. Pine forest. So what is a pine forest? However, they have leaves which are very thin and spread like needles. So you might have seen these are the pine forest. Their leaves will be just like a cone. These trees do not bear flowers but produce cones, hence they are also called as coniferous trees. Okay, this bears a cone shaped. Cone shaped means this type. Okay, so they are called as a coniferous forest. Coniferous forest. These trees grow in the areas with the snowfall. However, these trees have needle-like leaves which do not allow the snow to rest on them. So when the snow falls here, it can't rest there. It drops down, fall down. Okay. These trees itself are shaped in such a way that the snow strips away. So you can see this in this way. Then deciduous forest. Deciduous forest. What is a deciduous forest? This grows in the region where it rains only for some months. Rainfall some month only. Here, heavy rainfall. First one. Okay, evergreen. Rain for some month. Okay. And these grow in the regions where only for some month and is warm and dry for the most of the year. So it needs dry climate. It needs warm climate. Deciduous forest needs dry climate. Water evaporates through the leaves and the trees try to conserve moisture by getting rid of the leaves during the dry month. So in the dry month they shed the trees, they shed the leaves. New leaves come with the onset of rain so that the trees can produce food and for themselves. Most of the forest of Telangana falls in this category. So whatever the forest we can find, most of the forest in Telangana, we have a deciduous forest because we have rainfall for few months and our climate is warm climate, dry climate. Normally there are two kinds of deciduous forest, and these are two kinds of deciduous. So two types of deciduous forest are there. Receives less rainfall, more rainfall. More rainfall, less rainfall. The deciduous forest which receives more rainfall have the following kinds of waggy, teak. You know teak tree? Teak, waggy. I can't explain you because most of the names that belongs to Telugu only. Madi, then Bandaru, Gatigi. So in Telangana, such forests are found in Komram Bhim district, and Adilabad, then Nagar Karnool, Jaisankar, Baladri. In these districts, this type of trees are found. The trees which, the areas which gets more rainfall. Okay. In areas which have less rainfall, we have trees like Madi, Teak, Velaga, Agisa, Yapi. So, such forests are widespread in Telangana, in Adilabad, Warangal, Khammam, okay, Nizamabad and Karimnagar district. So, particularly deciduous forests are found in Telangana. Deciduous, mostly deciduous forests are found, and some deciduous forests which have more rainfall, and some deciduous forests are found in which receive the less rainfall. Then a thorny forest. From the name it is very clear that what is a thorny? Thorny means thorn, mull. These forests grow in very dry areas with a little rainfall. Thorny forest can be found in a very less rainfall area. Okay. The common trees are a babul. Babul means in Telugu it is called as tumba. Babul, bulusu, regu, sitafal, muduga, neem tree are found or comes under this thorny forest. The areas which have a very less rainfall. Okay. In Telangana they are found in Nalgonda because Nalgonda is a very scarce rainfall occurs there. Nalgonda, Mehbubnagar, and some parts of Medak district we can find this type of trees. You may recall this district get a very less rainfall. I told you now. Tiny leaves, they have the thorny trees have tiny leaves, small leaves, by which it controls the evaporations. Leaves and thorns which help to conserve the water. It conserves the water. The forests are also not dense and have open space. So these are not dense as like evergreen trees. Forests are very dense forest. But these thorny forests are not dense. Then swamp forest. These forests grow mostly on the sea coast area. That means in Telangana we cannot find very rarely. On sandy beach, marshy land, on land affected by tidal waves. Here the trees are adapted to the salt water. You know that if you pour salt water in a tree, the tree will die. But these trees are quite different. Okay, they are being adapted to the salt water. Okay, here the trees are adapted to the salt water and the flow of tidal waves. Okay. These are also called as a mangrove forest. So this swamp forest is also called as a mangroves. Mangrove forest. Okay. So in this mangrove forest we can find the Uppu Ponnama, Bodu Ponna, Uppu Ponna, Urada, Meda, Tella Meda, Gundumada, Kadildi. So these are the name of the trees types of forest. Okay. So today we discussed about the definition of forest and the types of forest. Okay, so I will send you the images of this lesson and some of the important questions to read. Okay, tomorrow, sorry, day after tomorrow, that means on Sunday, main school people, you have the parents meeting. You have to come with your parents along with your classwork. Thank you.